welcome to Spill the Tea. I'm thrilled today to introduce my friend Maggie Schmerin. She heads global advertising and social media at United Airlines, and she's also the recent recipient of PR Week's prestigious 40 Under 40 award. Welcome, Maggie. We're excited to have you here at Spill the Tea.
Hi, thank you. It's so good to see you, Helen, and I'm so excited about this.
I know we worked together years and years ago. It's been a long time. It's nice to catch up.
It really is.
So I told you I'd start with the biggie. So here goes.
Yeah.
What was it like when COVID hit, and what lessons have you learned?
For what I do on the social and advertising side, I will say that numbers and data have never been more important. You know, social media is a really good mix of looking at analytics, seeing how content is performing, but you also have to trust your gut a little bit, and sometimes just be willing to take a little bit of a risk in terms of, is this the right tweet to put out? Is this the right content? You know, when you're jumping into a trend. But I would say we've never looked more closely at analytics and did a lot of research in those early days in March and April, digging into what our audience and those flying us and our loyal customers wanted to be hearing from United. And the biggest thing was, you know, they wanted to hear from trusted third-party voices, which is not surprising to you and I as communicators. And so we were really the first airline to go out and start a partnership with some amazing third parties. So we called up the Cleveland Clinic and Clorox, you know, what better names than the most trusted name in cleaning and you know, one of the most prestigious medical institutions in the world, and said, can we work with you? Can you advise us on how we clean our aircraft and everything we do for our customers and our employees? Because that was one of the biggest things we were hearing from our loyal customers, is that they wanted to travel, but they wanted to make sure the aircraft was clean, and they wanted that to be endorsed by a third party. So that data really then set not only the strategy for us as a business, but as communicators, it made it crystal clear for us that this is what we have to be out there talking about.
And can you tell me a little bit about your favorite campaign and why it's your favorite?
For the last now 3 summers, we have really made a moment of introducing our international schedule for the next summer. So, you know, typically in August saying, okay, here are the new destinations that you can get excited about that we will fly this upcoming summer. But this year we thought, okay, let's really meet the moment where we are. Everyone is working from home now. You know, this was August, September. We've been doing this for 6 months. There's a lot of desire to get far from your home. And we all know what it's like to be on these video calls and to be multitasking with e-learning and working and doing the dishes. So we released some video content that basically shows those scenes of working from home that everyone's familiar with now. But then we quickly pivoted to show our network planning team, and that's the group that decides where we fly. And we showed them, you know, fast and furious, hard at work to be able to get you far from home. And within the video, there were more than 30 clues, Easter eggs that were hidden in it that unveiled all the routes, but they were really tough clues. You know, we heard from people that said, I watched this video 20 times. I sat here for 2.5 hours trying to figure out where we were flying. And that was great. That's exactly what we wanted as a content team. We wanted people viewing it multiple times, sharing it, asking their friends if they could solve it. And then the next morning we asked people to come back, and we had a video that unveiled where we were flying. And then actually later that afternoon, we put out another video that walked through all 30 plus clues so people could see in the video. And these were really exciting routes. We announced we're going to really become the largest US airline to Africa starting next year. So adding service to Johannesburg, to Accra, Ghana, to Lagos, Nigeria. So really interesting destinations that if you're sitting at home, you would think, you know, why is an airline right now adding flights and adding international destinations? So it allowed us to tell a really creative, interesting story to the media on, you know, let us tell you why we think these flights are right and why they make sense for United.
Final questions. Tell me about your mug.
Yes, well, that's the Wimbledon logo. So Wimbledon tennis, and then the strawberries and cream. So I thought of you, that you would appreciate that. But yeah, I lived in London for a few years, working for Edelman. And so I had the joy of getting to go to Wimbledon.
Thanks so much for coming on.
It was good to see you.